Okay, can you hear me now?
Okay, so Talks with Jay podcast, episode 27. And I got a special guest host, and this person came up with the topic for episode 27. So go ahead and introduce yourself, let them know what we're going to be talking about.
Hey, what's up? This is Chris, Pill Doctor on Twitter, and today's topic is going to be over polygamy and all the benefits, and also some cons, some downsides to it as well.
All right, so episode 27, and me and Chris, we're going to get into talking about polygamy. He's going to give you a male point of view about it. I'm gonna chime in and give a little bit of a female point of view about it, and then we'll just talk about it as a whole at the end. Sounds good to you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, um, as people should know, polygamy is illegal in the U.S. Um, for those who don't know exactly what polygamy is, it's having more than one husband or more than one wife at the same time. We're going to talk about the pros and the cons to having more than one husband, more than one wife. So, Chris is gonna go ahead and kick it off. We're gonna start off with the pros of it.
All right. All right. A few pros with polygamy. Of course, a man can have more children. He can spread his seed around. Have multiple legacies running around. And that's also a better chance for him to carry his name on, especially if he has some boys.
Mm-hmm.
Also, now that income tax, like that tax return, that increases if the male claims all the children. That's like a huge tax increase. And also, it's a little bit of a stretch, but if you own your own business, that's basically like free labor. Like you don't even have to hire anybody. You can just have the kids work it. The kids can learn the ins and outs of it, and you can send them to school, and they can expand on it. All right. And also, if your wives work, they can all contribute. That brings more money in the household. All right. And also, the sex drive of a man is satisfied. You have multiple sources of sex. And also, what benefits the women is like that actually will increase the chance of the man being faithful. Because I mean, if you have like multiple wives, why would you leave, and go out and cheat, with one person? You got multiple wives at the house, and also less compromises. Because with one woman, like what she won't do, like you may have like another wife they may do. Of course, his status and ego is increased because, of course, look at he's like the almost like a king kind of situation. All right, is also what's beneficial for the women is like less housework, like less household duties for them. Of course, because it's all divided up amongst multiple wives, and it's also more social interactions. That way, none of the husband doesn't have to be alone all the time, neither does the wife. That's just like some that's like pros from like a more of a male perspective.
Okay, so as far as like just like general ones, you can replace your partner. So if you have multiple husbands, if one gets on your nerves, you can go to another one.
Yes.
If that one gets on your nerves, you can go to the third one or the fourth one, however many you have. So I guess that's a pro. You can replace your partner. Lower incentive to cheat. I think that's more so. I guess you could say a male pro more so than a woman's pro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and then the no unhealthy attachments to one single person, which is good because you got
Yes.
some people that when they date a person, they just be so consumed with that person and only that person, and that's unhealthy. That is very unhealthy. There's nothing wrong with wanting to talk to your partner and be around them a lot, but when it's like 24/7 all the time, that is like suffocating. I gotta question that. That's kind of like borderline obsession, like stalkerish.
Yeah.
So, those are like those would be like the pros to it. Um, like let's talk about some cons.
Okay. Cons of polygamy. All right. I guess from a male perspective again, like the children, more children, that was a pro, but that's also a con as well.
Yeah,
One
that
is it's
money.
very it's very expensive, very expensive.
Yes, the bigger the family, the more money you gotta spend to put out. So
Yeah,
yeah, that's kind of, I guess that's legacy wise, it's a pro, but on your pockets, that is
yeah,
definitely a con.
and it's also stressful. Like a lot of children running around and making a lot of noise. It's very stressful. Plus, you have the wives too. And if it gets depending on your culture. If the wife is stressed, the husband is stressed.
Yeah. So I guess healthy wife, happy wife, happy life don't apply in this one.
And also in like inheritance issues, like
Oh yeah.
if you have like a will or something, like who all gets it, if it's or if you don't even have a will, like how do you divide that amongst the women and the children? That could be like a really like messy situation, very messy.
That is very true. Cause even regular people had that issue. Cause matter of fact, Chadwick Boseman um had a will. I don't think he had a will, but his wife had to go through some legal procedures to get the money and things that he left.
Yeah,
So it's like you definitely gotta have things in writing.
yeah,
You
because
gotta have,
also depend like how much and who gets how much, and also depending on like how they contributed in the relationship, but also how many kids you have by each one.
that is very true. Cause I think like um depending on how many spouses you have and how many kids you have, it's like depending on the amount, how can you equally split it without somebody feeling though as though they're entitled to more than the other.
Yeah,
So that's definitely that's the sticky situation with the inheritance factor.
yeah,
Um,
and it's also costly. Like oh yeah, cause see, one of my I work with like this guy. Yeah, he said his dad had multiple wives. They were from Cameroon,
mm,
and but he I think his dad had like it was either 3 or 4 wives. He had to buy them like each their own house, and so they he had to provide the houses for them, and also he had to support every like family he had in that house. So that's also like another con. But also it can well, from a female perspective, if the male has multiple wives, it more or less promotes or perpetuates gender inequality. It's the man, he seems like the king. He's always in control.
yep,
He's always in a position of power.
yep, that's very true. That is
Yeah.
very true. Um, a con to polygamy also is mental problems,
Yes.
jealousy, anger,
Ooh, yeah. That's it.
abuse, all of the above. You know,
Yeah.
women are very prone to be
Yeah.
jealous, and you know, when a woman gets mad and she's jealous, it's just like no calming her down, getting her to like logically think straight on some things.
Yeah.
So,
But
I don't
also
know about that one.
a hierarchy, like almost like a hierarchy can form, amongst the women. Like I don't know if you watch Love and Hip Hop
Oh
Atlanta,
yeah,
like Young Jock's like his baby mamas. Like it was always some like feuds or something, amongst them.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. That definitely was an issue.
yeah, and also now from I guess from a female perspective, she has like other like just one husband when he has multiple wives. You don't really get as much alone time with the husband as you would hope to have. Of course, because he has
Yes.
the other women he has to entertain, and also tensions amongst those like the wives and the children too.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Because my coworker, he said like his dad, like his father had all those wives. Some of the wives, when they would visit each other's houses, like their moms would say, "Don't eat their mom's cooking," or "Don't do this," "Don't let her cook this for you," or it was like tension, between them. It was really unnecessary.
Yeah, see, you don't gotta go there. You don't have to have those type of problems. Like, I don't know. It's just so many different things with it. Um,
Yeah. Now the last con that I have is also children can sometimes feel neglected.
oh yeah, yeah.
Now if you have like 5 wives and you got 3 kids by like all of them, that's 15 children. Like you first off, you got to entertain all those 5 wives. Second off, you got to entertain all those children. So somebody is not going to get enough attention. So they can feel kind of alone or maybe I guess for a better lack of a better word, neglected. Like they don't get the one-on-one time with dad that they want.
But yeah, and from a wife's perspective, I guess you're gonna be angry that you don't get the quality time. But I guess on the other hand, you could think of it as you have other husbands that you can get to spend the time with that maybe that person isn't giving you.
Yeah,
So I mean, I guess yes and a no with that one, because that's not gonna work, but for so long.
yeah. Because actually, really, well, for women having multiple husbands, I think I read somewhere. I don't know if the article was actually like a legit article, but it was like some Asian country. It was like a wife had 2 husbands, but the husbands they would spend time with her, but they more focused on like other stuff like work and like other things. And whenever they would, they would just kind of share the wife. So I mean, it really not necessarily like a bad thing for males, like,
Hmm.
but I guess it just depends on your culture. That's all. 'Cause,
Yeah, that yeah, your religious beliefs and how they relate to polygamy. Um, that
yeah, that plays a like a really big role, like a big factor.
because say you're Christian and they're some say they're suppose they're not even religious at all.
Yeah,
I guess you could say spiritual or non. I guess is it called non-belief or that you believe but you're not necessarily subscribing to a certain religious
affiliation.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, that's I think that kind of is more a little bit more influenced by culture then, because some like religions actually do support it, like Islam, they support like multiple wives.
Yeah, I did read that because I did a little bit of research. I'm still looking now as we speak um about like the pros and the cons. Um and an interesting one I just read as far as a pro is that the concept of soulmate for everyone is flawed anyways.
Yeah, because yeah, some people that they think you can have like more than one soulmate.
Are we talking about in a lifetime?
Yeah, yeah, actually, yeah, because
I
how they
mean,
always say is that one for you. I'm like, I really disagree with that because you got like billions of people in this world. It's more than just just that one perfect person for you.
so okay, in regards to soulmate, how many do you think you really can have in a lifetime?
I guess really just depends on the person. Because
Okay, well, speaking for yourself, how many have you had?
personally, in my entire life,
Yeah.
only 2. There's just like 2 and like women that were actually like perfect for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I wouldn't mind if both of them were my wives. Nah, I'm just playing because here in America, like that, based on our culture, that's not gonna work at all.
Nope.
That's not gonna work with American women.
As long as you know it.
Yeah.
As long as you know it. That would that like nah. I don't know. Like for me personally, no. I have yet to find one. I have yet to find a soulmate.
Yeah.
Oh, I've met, I would say, people that have been good people, baby that I would say